show on the road. Criggy, get the bags. Move it, Heffa.
Last season with the Whims of Fate.
That makes sense. Last season with the Winds of Fate.
Well, because it's been several months. I need a recap of the past few sessions.
New season's exciting. The opener of a new season's always jam-packed full of punch, right?
Yeah. And
last season with the Whims of Fate.
This, there's gonna be.
Having been discovered by the White Lady, the Whims of Fate were forced to flee the wedding of Constance and Rowena. Fleeing to the other world by divine intervention to the Glass Isle. There, the party encountered dangerous fiends such as a giant toad and a lost knight called Circumference. Additionally, they also discovered the Fisher King under the effect of a curse from King Ban, or I think it was Ban the Blessed.
Ban the Blessed.
Idea, in an attempt to remove the curse, lost her memories, and finding the party's actions contrary to her liking, decided to flee. The party, however, decided that this was not the correct course of action, and chased after her, leaving behind another party member in the process.
Some of the party chased after her. Some of them were trying to go back.
Well, on a ship to an unknown, or at least as far as I recall, an unknown destination.
It was meant to go to basically the home of the White Lady in the other world.
It was meant to go to a nun.
Yep.
But the ship got drastically sidetracked. And in the middle of a hurricane, we picked up Chris somehow. Fought off a bunch of pirates. Or at least Erden and Tooth fought off a bunch of pirates. And the party arrived after not even trying this time to Seheturu and the Library of Alexandria, where they spent many long hours doing a variety of research. Idea getting her mental problems fixed. Well, her mental magical problems fixed. Erden, making a golem friend and bringing a practice dummy and hide armor back to life. And was reunited with his sister. Eventually, however, the party were requested, or more specifically, Erden was requested back in the human world. After many long weeks, the party eventually returned to the Kimri camp, where Erden conducted a therapy session for Uther Pendragon, who had just lost.
Aurelius.
He had lost a significant portion of his army, and I suppose he also lost his cousin.
I think it's the other way around, if anything.
That's the joke.
I know. You also skipped over the fact that we saved a Roman slave.
The party also rescued a slave. Everyone had GodCon, or attended GodCon, except Brina.
We also humiliated the Roman noble thoroughly.
Erden humiliated a Roman noble.
He's so
We
proud of
saved his
himself.
we saved his slave and his horse. And we also stole his carriage.
We confiscated his carriage
Thank
and
you, that's a
some of
much
his
better word.
money.
Confiscated. We confiscated his carriage, and Idea is now scrapping it for parts.
Yes.
Well, we not only confiscated his carriage, we also confiscated his money.
We have found a way to use most of the darn carriage at this point. I think the canvas is the only thing that Adea doesn't know what to do with, but I'm sure the camp will figure it out.
Oh yeah.
Rada
Gonna be-
got or started following Lou, and after counseling with Erden, came across the possibility that her parents are maybe still alive, maybe not. We don't know. The message ran into a wall. And so Rada put this up to the party to decide what they wanted to do. However, the party is, at least at the time, was undecided. At least, and yeah,
Emerald is also now following Rada and is connected to her. And was very confused as to why Rada wouldn't talk to her at first.
And
love Everett.
Rada took
Yeah,
Everald to get armor for her.
Did they get armor?
And Rada took Everald to get barding. Like, get some armor.
Yeah. I have a
This time
quote
with the
written
whims
down.
of fate.
I have a quote written down from last time.
Sword.
Let's go get some armor from Emerald. Yes, he did. A sword.
And Cadmus might have a thing for Idea, but she's oblivious to that, to his possible interest. Yes, this time with the whims of fate.
Okay. So.
Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know. Who's on third?
Idea is making a sword.
Bitch.
Is the sword the bat? Oh no. Like the ball in half. Not what you're supposed to do, Idea. But it's good practice.
All right. So we're gonna.
I admit it was impressive though.
I think we had left off in the middle of a day. And I don't want to pick up in the middle of a day. So we'll just assume that our day had finished pretty much the way it had started.
Except that Idea now has Rada has brought up the possibility of her creating armor for Everald.
Oh yeah.
But did Adea think what was happening with that, or?
So the thing is that Rada and Everald had left to go talk to Idea about getting armor for Everald, but we did not see them actually get to the shop. And so basically we didn't leave off in the middle of the day. This was basically like we had breakfast and or maybe it was lunch.
It would be
but,
like late. It would be late morning, early afternoon.
Yeah, so
which is
lunch,
the middle of the day.
Yeah, but sorry, I was just trying to recollect where we are in my notes in comparison to everything else. But I know that there's a meeting to be had that Uther is called a meeting that Airden's likely going to, and not going to.
No.
I have not been brought along. The meeting has already started technically.
Right, because Gorloth's already left. Good point. Because
Did Amara have to go to that meeting?
No.
Probably.
No.
No. This was all the really important people meeting.
This is all the people that you would see like in the credits for in a movie or a play.
Yeah.
Because according to my notes, Prince Urian wasn't at that meeting because he was talking with us. I know.
I might have left late, but I can't remember if he did. Might have not been at that meeting. That seems possible.
Yeah, because I
No,
don't.
he is a part of the meeting. Because in my
He's
notes, I
especially-
have urine sometimes speaks with birds, and then the next bullet point is blank is a part of Uther's meeting, which I
Yeah.
usually leave blanks in when the subject is the same.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
I was
so
gonna say, I think he had actually left too.
I think he
I
just
remember
left
him
after
being like,
solo.
"Okay, things are getting weird. I've got a meeting to go to. Bye."
well, because that was or
Hi.
Lois did that, but Prince Urian was actually talking with us, like, and was Prince Urian was at ease with us and left because he needed to go to the meeting.
Yeah.
Because we basically, as far as my notes go, we left off with Udea and Cadmus working on with the molybdenum, and Cadmus being nervous because of his crush on Udea as they're working together. But I don't think Rada and Emerald hadn't made it to the shop to
Okay.
talk to Udea about the armor at all. And I know because Brina would be wanting to gather names of those who had fallen in their stories so that I could preserve them. And I mean, we don't have to go into detail of that, though I would love to for names, but that could be kind of what I'm working on throughout the day. So I don't know how many you'd want me to be able to have collected, but
Uh,
I suspect that
just go ahead and roll a d20. Whatever number you roll, that is the number of names you have collected with their stories.
First
Just
roll the new
nine.
season.
9 so far.
9 so far.
It was a 19, and then it like fell back onto its other surface. So I will go with 9 because that is exactly what is actually showing on the top. It hit the corner of my dice tray. It's like, nope.
I suspect the request for barding, considering it doesn't have high magical complexity. Idea and Cadmus probably do it. Like I can't speak for Cadmus directly, but it's like we either it's something that we have the materials for and isn't iron, and Adea can be just like, yeah, let me whip that up and just fabricates it. Or if not, it might be something we do when we need a break from our much more complex sword task where we're trying to create a steel that is still magically inclined enough that we can put imbuements on it.
Yeah. I was gonna say I can't see them saying no to making armor for anyone, let alone an animal.
Yeah.
More than excited.
Why do I have a very funny cartoon image in my head of Emerald giving this to this little board fashion show with her in her armor?
Now Rada's getting that fashion show.
Yeah.
And she's
Okay.
not going to screw with Emerald? Rude. I'm kidding, Arthur.
Hey, a fashion show with one person or two people.
Mhm.
Yeah, skipping to the next day is what I think we're doing.
Sorry, what was that?
If I recall correctly, we're skipping to the next day, so that we're not in the middle of a day.
I thought she was skipping to the evening, like finishing out the day.
Yeah. All right.
That's not what I wanted. I hit the wrong thing.
My brain appears to be acting like a sieve at the moment because I do not remember the past 10 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
That is okay, Marco.
This is a very strange experience.
We were just discussing basically where we're picking
I-
up right now because
Mhm.
she didn't want to start in the middle of the day where we kind of left off.
we were tying up loose ends that were left at the end of the middle of the day.
Yeah. So Brina was off around camp to collect the names and stories of the fallen. She's gotten 9 so far. Rada and Everald went to see Ide and Cadmus to request armor for Everald, and pretty sure that either got started or completed.
Yeah, likely completed, unless it's iron or we didn't have the materials.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I gotta write this down. Apparently, I did very little of that from the last session. Which means I was like really into the storytelling. I have this bad habit, like when we get really into it, I just forget about everything else, and then like I go back later, I'm like, I wrote nothing down.
I
basically we need a scan of Mary's notes at the end of every week.
That's basically what our family campaign is. My sister and sends her notes to Mary, and then Mary combines them into her notes, and then those get just become our session recap. Like I used to do a very short recap, and somebody was like, "It'd be great to see it not from the DM's perspective, and also with more detail."
Which reminds me, I still have to do the session notes from the last time we had the family campaign because I
Like,
completely forgot after a bit.
in one of the campaigns where I'm a character, we had one session, and like we just finished a job, so we were like, okay, let's go blow off some steam now that we're not working for a little while. And all I have written down for that encounter was that we won the tourney and suck it, Icky. Because one of my crew members, like I'm the captain, one of my crew members gambled against us.
Mm.
And I was like, you're gonna lose all this money. And sure enough,
Me worthy of a keel hauling.
but yeah, like that's all I have written down because I was just like, so like, I'm like, oh, that's not helpful.
You do not bet against the captain.
No, especially not when your captain is a proto mammal that's kind of built like a Postasuchus.
Proto
Yeah.
mammal crocodilian. I mean, not quite
Yeah,
crocodilian.
they call me the cat crocodile. Which is funny because I'm from a planet where neither of those exist, so I have no idea what they're talking about. Anyway, Sabrina, and then Idea, and
If cats didn't
Cadmus.
dislike water with a passion.
I love water. But stereotypically, yes, most house cats do not like water.
Okay, so we've got Brina collecting names, we got Idea
Gator
and Cadmus
hates
making
bats.
pig armor, Rada and Erden. What are you doing for the rest of the day?
Sitting in deep thought.
I just imagine Everald like sitting next to you, trying to be in deep thought with you, trying to not bother you.
Erden's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna sit here.
Oh, I thought it was Arthur saying that Rada was going to be in deep thought.
No, it was. I'm saying like Erden comes across her and he's like, I don't know what's going on here, but
Like,
we're doing this.
It starts like 5 minutes later. He's like rocking back and forth, looking for something else to do. What should Erden do? Okay, I have 3 possibilities. One of them is well, 2 of them involve the druids. One of them is finding all the girls there to help set up a fashion show, or how quickly we can set something up for that for Rada. Another is just trying to get more lessons in Druidic to be able to do more magic at all, or just try and contact Cernanos. So I guess I'm gonna roll d6 and see what happens.
Which internal thought will take over?
Apparently, it's the fashion show. Nothing productive is getting done. Does anyone have textiles around here? And how quickly can we get a horse out to get some? This is ridiculous.
Let's see. Who does Erden know that could potentially help in getting this going?
Pretty sure chainmail does not count as textiles.
It doesn't.
Why do I have a feeling that the canvas from that carriage might now be like niched or something? So if there were like curtains inside that carriage, curtain fabric could probably be repurposed for something pretty nice, depending on quality of the curtains. But granted, he was like the rich, annoying guy, so probably had fancy curtains. Question about this fashion show for Marco and Arthur. With this, is because Rada doesn't have her change of costume yet. Is this a fashion show to basically help her decide what she wants to change to and then have her like display it? Or is it just because it's like she doesn't have her new costume yet? And so in my head, I'm wondering if this is like a mannequin fashion show where you have different people presenting different fashions for Rada to kind of pick from. Because honestly, that used to be how they modeled and sold clothes back in the day. Not this far back in the day, but like 30s, 50s, probably a little bit more like high-end shops. They didn't have the clothes on the rack. They basically brought the models out in them.
Yep.
Sorry, random fashion history.
No, that's actually very interesting.
Actually coming into play in D&D. I like when random bits of my history brain get engaged.
Erden is the one that asked if they want, or if Rod wanted him to put something together, and she's like, "I won't stop you."
Erden's thoughts are, I don't know much about this, but I know that there are other women out there who do. And it's a little harder to stop an army than a singular person.
Indeed. Idea, will
Yeah.
you give me 2 craft checks at advantage because Cadmus is helping you with the armor for Emerald?
Yes. Craft swords. I have a specific thing just for crafting swords. I'm guessing I can also use my proficiency with blacksmithing tools.
With glass-smithing?
Blacksmithing.
Oh, blacksmithing. I was like, you're making armor out of glass.
No, this is not Morrowind.
Quite the statement.
Yes, you can use your blacksmithing. That makes way more sense.
Guard section of the fashion show, okay?
Oh, I also have a tool expertise for being an artificer, so this is gonna be awesome.
If you get below a 30, well, I'll be disappointed now.
Okay. The first one is A 30.
Hey!
I did have to roll an 18 for that. All right, and the second one is there's 6 there. A 23.
Okay. Um, you guys are like, let's take a break from the sword. You get on that armor. It's a lot easier to make pig armor than it is to make human armor because there's a lot less pig than there is human to cover. And you're kind of doing it. Cadmus recommends like doing it Roman style, so it's more of a plate armoring than chainmail because no one wants to try and make that much chainmail for a pig.
Understandable.
And it seems unlikely that anyone's going to be firing longbows at a pig when, potentially there are bigger targets, more worrisome targets around.
By the time you see the pig, you are not in longbow range.
No.
If you are longbow range, but you're not gonna be
Ah.
hit.
By the time you see it, she's already charging through you.
Pretty much.
As long as she
No.
doesn't get hit in the volley of arrows with no specific target, she'll be fine.
Yep.
Alright,
The
that
nice
means
thing
she's a
is,
perfect match for Rada. The two of them can charge in together.
you've basically got all of it done by the end of the day. There might be a few like links and things that need to be finished up, but it's basically there. You're both feeling pretty satisfied. And because that first roll was so well, if you want to imbue it with some sort of magical protection, I will allow it.
I thought I was totally rolling for the sword. I have profession blacksmithing that's actually 2 points higher anyways, though, so.
Even better.
Yeah. Would it take one of my imbuements? Because one of my infusions, I mean.
Uh-huh.
I'll probably hold off then. I only get so many of those. I'm almost out. The last one's being saved for the sword.
Okay, gotcha.
One thing, Airden, with
All
your
right.
idea
So,
to go to the druids, I looked back through my notes. I don't think anybody in the camp knows that you can do that spell yet.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, no, nobody knows. And they still won't for the entire day.
I want to watch Leoffla's reaction to that. I have a feeling
What did you just say?
at you.
That will be great.
Um.
Another thing that happened last time was that
For you, Erden,
Leoffla and I brought you and
give me like a wisdom roll. It'll just be straight
Okay.
wisdom. Just to see if you
Right.
remember, like, who might be helpful in this scenario.
It's a total of 15.
And you're like, I think that earth druids really like doing this kind of thing. So if you go find some earth druids, maybe they'll be willing to help you with this.
Hidea might not be.
Recognize their names? No. Would you recognize some of their faces? Probably.
It's like, I've been around enough to where I at least remember your names. This way.
So ask any
Oh.
Earth Druid except for the one helping Hidea.
Basically.
No, he's able to find, like, the way the druids have got their camps set up. I mean, they've kind of got their own little groups kind of set off, and it's really easy to pick out which ones are the earth druids because they seem to have made their housing out of, well, earth.
basically advertise for themselves. How
Pretty much.
convenient.
Sorry. I've got to answer this. Sorry, I got asked to do a musical number, and then like I forgot to tell them what I picked. I've got to let the accompanists know.
So many needy people.
I know.
Yeah, it just occurred to me that I could have cast guidance on Idea.
Yes. Yes, you could have.
Did you need to?
No.
I was gonna say it's like I don't necessarily think you needed to.
Hey, it's a 1 to 4 chance they would have gone faster.
Besides, number goes bigger, and everyone loves it when numbers go bigger.
Hmm?
You need a way to translate all these stories into a language of their actual people.
No. You need to figure out how to get a book that auto translates to whatever the reader expects.
I
There
am
you
not a
go.
Merlin. The Merlin's book did that for me in the Library of Alexandria.
Well, there you go then.
I
You
forgot.
obviously
I
need
also
to.
have Flash of Genius that I could have used.
You want to use that on the sword.
That you're saving that for the sword.
Oh, I will use it for the sword. Do not let me forget, because that's just a straight +5.
Hey, yeah, you're gonna work on that tonight, right? Like, oh yes, I spent the day doing the armor. Now I'm gonna forego sleep for the sword.
Nowadays, practicing being responsible.
But the sword,
I
the sword
know.
calls.
I'm sure Cadmus wants some sleep too, but we'll get up early in the morning.
Pretty sure right now you could probably
Right.
ask him to do whatever
Okay.
and he would do
So
it
you
because
get
he
to the
likes
Earth
to.
Druids. I'm gonna need you to convince them to do this with you, since it is kind
Okay.
of. So I need some charisma. Sorry, the last one I
Persuasion.
played. Thank you. So like, the last one I played was diplomacy, and that's 3.5. That's not.
Let's see your persuasion. Oh no, I have a +5 to it. However badly could this go?
I'm a better face than the paladin. What? I've got a +9 in persuasion.
You're also an
Wow.
Amazon.
Also true.
Hey.
Look, there were certain things I had to take as a paladin. I only gave myself one mulligan, and that was replacing was it religion for performance. So that's a 19.
Yeah, I rolled an 11. You got a
Yeah.
few of them to help you out.
Like, hey,
So
y'all need a break from this?
is this fashion show gonna be a surprise?
Yes.
All right.
Rada looked
Persuasion.
very disinterested in doing a lot of things, which means she probably won't move.
Probably not. Not in this moment.
So
Being
she'll
an
be
Amazon
easily
gives me
findable and
expertise in
then
persuasion.
dragged to a location.
Oh no.
Actually, it's just I don't have intimidation proficiency, so it's just like proficiency instead.
Sorry, I missed what Marco said with what are you doing to Rona? Like grabbing her and taking her to another location? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either bring it to her or her to it. Whichever one's more convenient.
Alright, so I will put in my notes that Ern conspires to kidnap Rada for a fashion show.
Well, if he was gonna kidnap you for something.
Could be a lot worse. Okay. So
Only 6 stats she has that have less than a +5. 6 skills with less than a +5.
Alright. I know you've got like proficiency in this and all that now. I want you to roll a perform to see how well you guys get it set up to be. You're gonna do it at advantage because you've got help from those druids.
Aw, yeah. Let's see here.
Excitement died. That doesn't sound good. But it wasn't like, oh no, either, so.
I have a feeling the dice might just be being more realistic. This is an army camp in
27.
40 whatever.
It might end up being a comedy.
Yeah. Cool. Alright. Evening.
Sorry, I had to do math in my head.
So,
7.
Evening rolls around. Rada has
with advantage.
she's been deep in thought. Everald has just been chilling with Idea because you had to be able to measure her. But once you have set her free, she goes gallivanting off to find her new buddy.
Does she pass by me at all as she's off to find Rada?
Hi or low?
Hi.
No.
Okay.
But only barely. She probably like just missed you. um
I was distracted by
you
something.
yeah. And you may have only gotten 9 names today, but they had some very long stories that you needed to record.
Well, and I'm thinking, like, I'm pretty sure I'm probably recording them in Fey because I have a feeling that Fey to the native language is going to be an easier translation than Oceanic into anything other than
Probably.
Fey.
Both languages are very sing-songy.
Yeah.
As evening falls, Erden, you have finished up. You are ready to show off your show to whoever you wish.
As everything's prepared, I go off to find Rada and say, "Hey, Rada, I've been working on something, and I was hoping you could come over and yeah, I need you to come." and he puts on that "I did something wrong" guilty look.
What did you do this time?
Well, it involved. See, there's it's easier if I show you.
Brina and Idea, what are your passive perceptions?
I think her passive recently got upgraded to awesome. Let me check.
To awesome.
18.
11.
That'll be enough. As you're like wrapping up, both of you, there seems to be some sort of commotion in like the one space where there are trees. There's a lot of light coming from there, noise, talking. And I will say that you'll see Erden leading Rada that direction. Erden's looking kind of guilty. And Rada's looking like, disappointed mom.
Like, my shoulders just drop. I'm like, no, okay. And I'll thank whoever it is that's been telling me there's the story of one of the fallen, and say I'll ask if I can come back tomorrow. I need to go check on my friends. But thank you. I will be very, very glad to preserve these stories for them. And I will go trotting off after Aridin and a upset Mama Rana.
Adea looks at Cadmus. Is there an event of some kind in the camp today?
Not that I'm aware of, but it looks like the Earth Druids are involved, and they usually put on a pretty good party. I would know.
Does that mean it's something we should go to? That'd be interesting. I mean, you
There
said
might
it.
be food. If anyone's good at cooking food from like almost nothing, it's them. And I don't know about you, but we've been working really hard today, and I'm hungry.
You make a good point. It would be a very responsible thing to do. We have not eaten. Well, at the very least, we might get dinner and a show.
Leopold and I brought breakfast.
You're certainly getting one of those.
You didn't eat breakfast either because Leopold and I had to bring you and Cadmus food.
I think we did eventually come. Maybe it was for lunch, but
Maybe you came for lunch, but I remember Leopold and I brought you guys food in the morning because you guys had rushed off. Because I come in and ask you if you'd forgotten something, and this was me looking at my notes, and you're like, "Oh, thank you," and you're happy to see me and thankful for food. Cadmus looks guilty as heck. Leopold's like, "You didn't eat
Again.
again."
So as you're approaching this area, it's very colorful. There's lots of cloths that have been put up. It looks like some sort of stage has been constructed, mostly out of earth, but there does seem to be a little bit of wood involved. There is food. Lots of like in-season fruits um, have been collected and things like that. Um, it looks like they may have gotten some fire druids involved and have cooked some meats. Looks like several rabbits and maybe a pheasant. uh, and then there's like a curtain set up behind this stage, and there are people back there. You can hear them giggling. Cadmus just goes, "Huh! Food! Yes, I will," and goes to grab food. Now Leofflin can't yell at me.
right. Adea and Cadmus are here for the food. Anything else is pure bonus.
As like as we've been getting closer, it's like I was talking to like a few druids about some things, and well, you seem to be like a little sad and stuff, and I also heard that you got uh got a new god that you're following, so we got to talking and everything, and well, it's, and by the time we get to stage, like, I hope you find something you like.
And what's going on?
Ideas that I hope that you like. I tried to have a little bit of input on what you might enjoy, but it's also very um uh well, we tried to keep the Greek thing, but not too much of the Artemis stuff.
Should be good.
Have I caught up to them by now, Jen?
Huh?
Have I caught up to Erden and
Oh,
Rada?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna like be looking between the two of them. It's like I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
Rada's gone from
Everybody just
disappointed
looks at
parent to
Erden
confused.
Everyone just looks at Erden confused and suspicious.
Uh,
Also, food.
Do
This
we
went
see
far
any,
better than I was expecting.
do we see anybody else in the crowd around? Like, do we see any of our like Leoplid or Amror or Princerian or Tooth or any Uther or Lois? Anybody else in the crowd?
you do. So, Cadmus and Idea are at the food table.
Mhm.
uh, and poking in from another side is Gorlois, and he's got this like what is going on? Like he looks like he's afraid to ask.
Bad face.
And then
Like-
he's looking around and he catches your eye, Erden, and you just see his eyes narrow even more, like, and he just mouths, "What have you done?"
He'll do that like try to be subtle, just like go away.
Tell me I noticed that.
Probably at eye level for you.
like coming at your face, and you're like,
You want me to go away? Just say so.
What? No, sorry. I was looking at someone else.
Leofla does not seem to be there.
Okay, if you absolutely hate it, make sure to grab something from the food table.
I suspect
Amor
if
is there.
Gorlord hasn't put him up to it, Amor has better things to do, but
Amor is also there. He's standing next to Gorlois, looking like, should I be doing something? Or like, like clearly you two were talking, and then you just stumbled upon this, and it was like, what?
that checks out. Yep.
No sign of Uther. He's not there. But Urian is there. He seems to be at the food table too. He's just like, all right, party, I guess.
Hey, we need something to drive up the
Very
morale.
relaxed.
Okay.
If nothing else, this will probably just help the morale.
Rada, do you want me to grab you some food? I'm gonna go grab food.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I'll go head over towards the food table.
Emerald is gonna follow you. She's just like, oh, food. Exciting.
Emerald, your armor looks lovely.
Thank you. Shiny friend did good job.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
No. What? Smells like flowers.
Smells like flowers. Okay. Good flowers? Bad flowers?
Many petal flower?
Many petaled flower. Okay. That could be good or bad, I guess.
Smells tasty.
Okay, probably good flower.
I mean, a pig would eat a flower, so. Oh, fruit. And she like, without really much thought, she just like sticks her head in like a basket full of like whatever berries they have in Britain. I can't think off the top of my head. I know they have things like raspberries, but they're not actually raspberries.
Boysenberries?
Maybe? It might be boysenberry.
I have a very vague recollection of us having this conversation ages ago.
I would not be surprised. Boysenberry. Boy, I spelled it wrong. Boysenberry. No, not syrup. I just want the boysenberry. It is a cross between the European raspberry, the European blackberry, the American dewberry. It is fake fruit. But there is a European raspberry, so yeah, raspberries and blackberries. Yum.
Before everyone can get her face too close to the berries, I'm like, Emerald, why don't I get you your own? Because we have to all grab out of there, okay?
Oh, I'm clean.
Ooh,
I took a
I
bath.
know you're a very clean pig and you're wonderful. But just in case. So I'll grab like a plate and put some berries and stuff and maybe like another
Gives a
piece of
happy
fruit
sigh and just like flops down on her butt. Like,
So I'm picking up a plate for Emerald. And so I'll make a plate for Emerald and like maybe like lead her away from the food table so she's not gonna be stepped on or anything like that. And it's like, here, I'm gonna put you down over here and I'm gonna go get food for Rod and myself, okay?
Native fruits: plums, sloes, currants,
It's that
blackberries, raspberries, wood strawberries, cranberries. Oh, I said cranberries already. red berries, heather berries, elderberries, rowan berries,
I thought
haws, and
elderberry.
rose hips.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know that there's lots of very similar plants to what we have over here. I wonder why. It's almost like we have the same climates.
Weird.
I know. Crazy.
So I'll get Emerald stuff situated and then fill up plate for probably I'll fill up the plate for Rada first and then brought it over to her before going back for my own plate. Because I don't want to be seen carrying 2 plates and looking
Right.
selfish with
Uh,
food.
You are doing that. There's like this drum roll, and people start going shh. One of the druids comes out on the stage, and she's just like, "Yeah, we've all been having a rough week, so we thought we'd have a little bit of fun. Okay? So, without further ado, it is time for the Pendragon Fashion Show."
Dragon fashion show.
Like minor
Cadmus
golf
definitely,
class.
he's like in the middle of like stuffing his face, and he stops. And he's like, "Well, that's new."
Wait, who was that?
Cadmus. All right. So the first person to come out comes out in some chainmail, shiny new chainmail, um, with uh, a red undershirt that protects from like the rubbing or whatever. And it is clear that it is in the Pendragon colors. It's red and gold. And I feel like J.K. Rowling planned Gryffindor to have the colors of the Pendragon, but like on purpose. But anyway.
You're doing all right there, Arthur. Is your exasperation too
They've
much?
got a longbow just like strapped over the shoulder with a quiver, They're doing their little strut down the walkway. People are clapping and cheering. He, Gorlois is just like facepalm, like, why? Why is this happening?
It's barely been 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's barely
I
been
think
24
everyone's
hours and
like
Gordon's already done something.
forgets it and is also slightly amused by the fact that Gorlois is just like why, but very behind Gorlois's back.
The next
I think
person comes
now
out.
that I have my food, I'm just like, okay, the fashion show. Okay, and
This
like I'll
time,
just try and, like I'll either like I'm trying to see where to sit.
there are blankets just kind of scattered about on the grass. So you could just pick a spot.
Where like I want to know if these 2 groupings, even though one is only one person, are together. Like if Edan, Cadmus, and Prince Urian are anywhere near each other, because I want to sit like between them.
You know what? Yeah, they are. Urian saw Cadmus, and he's very amused. He's like having a good old time. He's like, yeah.
It's like
They don't do this kind of thing up north. This is fun. They're so serious.
and that's Cadmus or
That's
Prince
Urian.
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 Urians.
I have no idea
I
what's
got
going
to
on. But
roll
I
my R's when I talk like it. That's as close as I can get to a Scottish brogue. I'm not good at them. Roll the R's and that's it. All I've got.
that's okay.
You just got to pretend that you're speaking like the classic Viking, even though that's totally wrong.
I know, it drives me crazy because they would probably be speaking more like yoo-hoo, big summer blood.
which is really, really
they'd
funny.
be
when
talking
you-
more like they're from Wisconsin, don't you know?
Yep.
Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of Scandinavians did settle in Wisconsin.
They did.
Yeah, that's
Yes, they're very Scandinavian there.
same with Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota and Scandinavia, very much.
Yep.
Canadian
And
immigrants.
Newfoundland. Or Newfoundland, depending on who you ask. Because apparently found and fund are the same word. Anyway, the next person to come out is wearing some rusted looking Roman half plate. And they're making jokes about like, back in ye olden days, you used to wear things like this. And boy, did it make you stand out. They've even got like the helmet with like half the feathers missing out of it. Clearly, they just dug this up from somewhere. And the guy who's like doing it, he's strutting in such a way that he's kind of like old manning it. Like he's from the olden days.
You know, like lean over to his ear and he's like, "Is it supposed to look like a plucked bird?"
Leaned over to who?
I was asking Prince Urian.
Not that I'm aware of, but I also don't wear Roman half plates, so.
Adea to Cadmus is probably, as they're like probably half paying attention, she's like, "Ooh, that armor's seen better days."
The next one to come out is kind of funny. At first, it looks like this person didn't quite know how to put the armor they're wearing. They're wearing like leather armor. Look like they didn't know how to put it on. But as they get to the front and turn sideways, you realize that somebody else is behind them, and they are pretending to be a centaur wearing centaur armor. And they're just kind of struggling to stay together as one body.
Oh, geez. We thought it was a fashion show, but it's actually like a parade or a comedy show. It's a spoof.
Yes.
Alright.
Like, gross.
All right, so we're going to move the mood from confused to embarrassed, or slightly embarrassed.
And they're definitely actors because the one on who's the back half has attached to like a tail to them, and as they come around the corner, they kind of flash the tail out. And they're like definitely shaking the haunches more than is probably necessary as they're walking away.
Trying to give a centaur a sexy walk. Words I never thought would ever come out my mouth.
The
I did
fourth
try and discourage them from that. It's way too exaggerated. But
You
actors.
think?
And Eridan's prowess in keeping this thing under control has just come to the forefront.
Prowess.
the fourth person to come out is just like head to toe draped in these bright purple flowers. Like they've made like purple flower chainmail.
That was like I'm just
And I
muttering
will
under
say,
my breath.
Dea,
That
you
must
noticed
be
that
the
they
flowers.
actually, huh?
I'm like I'm talking under my breath and I'm like that must be the flowers Emerald mentioned.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Idea, I will say you'll notice that they actually chainmailed it the way you would make chainmail, so it's kind of impressive that they did this out of flowers.
But it's a lot of effort.
It is a lot of effort, but they probably use magic, so
Fair enough. Not
they
like
are
Adea
good.
could blame them. She would do the same thing.
But yeah, and it seems that they have enhanced the smell of these flowers because you can smell these flowers wafting off of them. They smell good. It's not like they're stinky flowers or anything like that. It's like lavender or something. Though me as Jennifer would not like that. I do not like the smell of lavender.
Alright.
That can be a bit much at times.
Flowers take, but also it's like, but you could use magic. I would have done that. That would be a good way to do this. And so it's like a mixture of impressive, and you're like, well, you can't heat metal in. And she's like, but I'm pretty sure I could throw a knife at it and it would go straight through. But, well, I guess.
Oh, the next person to come through is a lot of fun because they come out and they're wearing this very flowy looking cloak. It's kind of glittery. And at first it just kind of looks like a dirty cloak over their regular clothes. They come to the end and they flip it over and they go invisible. And they vanish. And there's lots of hoots and hollers and cheers. And all this. And then they kind of like poke their head out and they kind of give a wink as they're walking away.
Good to know. Camp has an invisibility cloak.
Somewhere.
Right now it's on the stage.
Probably belongs to this really old family called the Potters. Might even come from Wales. I don't know. And then the very last person to come out, they have got a cloak on, and it's very dull, drab, brown. You can't see their face. And when they get to the end, they flip the cloak, and it's suddenly just bright reds and golds. There's a crown on his head, and it is Uther. And he is just showing off, like. And everybody just gets into this, because, like, he's been down for so long, and this is gonna really, like, bump the morale. A lot. Everybody is just like, yeah! And
If we
he,
can
like,
have fun, then maybe we'll be all right.
he gives a big flourish at the end, big bell or whatever. He heads back to behind the stage or whatever, and people are just like having a good time. That seems to be basically the majority of what the show was these 6 technically, since 2 of them were one person. Yeah, there's lots of cheers and woo! I love how Rod is like, I'm gonna clap, but I'm still confused.
So, you got all this set up in half a day.
With a lot of help and magic, yes.
I presume that I was, at least in your mind, the main audience for this.
That was the original plan, yes. It didn't
The
go.
original plan.
But as with most plans, they never survive first contact with the enemy. Which, after my many travels, I forgot was the actors.
So, when did Uther hear about this?
I don't know. I think it was when they sent me out to deal with the Bogman to get the armor.
Well, if nothing else, it is at the very least brought the morale up.
Yeah.
So say, while you're talking, as you're saying this, Leophilid actually walks up and she goes, I heard what you were doing, and frankly, Uther needed this. So I dragged him into it. I thought it was ridiculous. You're welcome. This may be the only time I go along with one of your ridiculous plans.
I knew I'd get you eventually.
Oh, hold your breath.
I don't have to anymore.
Oh. Yeah. Urian is just like, that was so much fun. We really need to get that going up north. Be very exciting.
Who knows? Perhaps if word of this spreads, it will, well, if word of this gets out, it will spread like wildfire.
We just invent the Renaissance fair?
Or the fashion industry.
Or both?
Oh, well, that's good.
The runway model.
Oh my goodness.
Unfortunately, it was all imported to France.
Oh dear.
Wait, where's Boris?
Uh,
Boris is lurking in the background. He's stealing this idea and taking it to France.
he doesn't seem to be around. You don't see him at least.
Say that again?
It doesn't have to be him.
So you don't seem to see him around. Oh, Alright. It sounds like their movie ended, so they may all be trying to go to bed. I'm gonna fill my water bottle so I'm not interrupting my brothers. So I'll be right back.
Columbia impressed. I, only just told you about, my idea of getting a wardrobe change this morning, and well, may have gotten away from you a bit. You managed to pull off something I was not going to stop you from doing.
Very high praise.
Yeah, Ern just gives you a hug.
Uh, Rada is stunned for a moment before she returns the hug.
And he'll quickly release after that once he gets confirmation. Just though we did actually dye some stuff in the blues color, so if you want to change that around, we can do that.
I locked Albus out by accident and now he's flopped on my floor. My bad.
How dare you, mother?
I open the door and he's right there just staring out Mom. Mom, the door's shut.
How could you abandon me?
Waiting for me to bring her fruit.
Okay. So. We I've got a 3-hour fashion show. Uther will walk over to all you guys and just kind of flop down. He's like, that was absurd. But kind of freeing. And I'm keeping this cloak. This thing is soft.
Well,
Right.
I don't think anyone else has more authority to stop you.
A good cloak is always something good to have.
There isn't a peanut in this. I know. It's too small. No, there is a peanut in there. Shocker. What'd you find? There a
Something
bug
that
in
you
my
don't want to find, probably.
Well, don't stop looking for it. There's a bug in my room. I want you to eat it. Useless. Alright, anyway. No, I suppose you're right. I mean, they could tell me no. And then I could go all like, rah on them, but I'm not really that kind of person.
Huh? You don't seem like it.
No, I accidentally knocked a bird out of its nest once and I cried. I was also 6 years old, but.
Was Bird okay?
I mean, it was a fledgling, so it was fine. I probably didn't even knock it out. It probably fell out on its own. I just thought I knocked it out.
No. Even I feel like that this was needed for a lot of people. No. So I was not the one to organize it. I probably couldn't pull something like this off.
Well, I think that was enough fun and games for me. I'm exhausted. I've been talking a lot too. I think I want to go to bed. So, good night, you all. Most likely see you in the morning.
See ya. Don't get too distracted by all your adoring fans.
Never. And he will make a show on as he's leaving to like reach out and touch hands as he's walking, just like looking back at you like.
I am the benevolent king. Yes, yes, I am. Hello, hello.
And it's very clear that all the people he's touching hands with like are totally in on it. They're like, oh yeah. Wanna come say hi? Come on. Come on.
I guess that is a good benefit I did not see coming. He's more relaxed.
Oh, there we go.
Hi.
You say hi. All right.
Relax, Rana?
Pardon?
Was this supposed to relax, Rana?
Achi was supposed to give ideas to Rada and distract her.
I wouldn't go with the half-plucked bird helmet.
That was just humor.
I do
I
I think I
understand
heard
that,
some.
but I still wouldn't go with something that looks like a half-plucked bird.
I'm also pretty sure that's old armor.
Yeah.
Idea, can you confirm that?
That armor made me sad. It's seen so many better days.
And it will never see them again.
Yes,
Like
don't go
staring
there.
pointedly at Idea, like, you are not touching that armor. It is going to suffer for the rest of time. You will not give it a second life.
You will not give it the.
No,
I recycled the carriage.
I think you underestimate Idea's power and determination.
I mean, Ern's not going to guard it, so.
If Adea didn't have anything better to do, maybe, but Adea has a lot of better things to do right now.
Tom.
By the way, Dan, everyone's armor turned out great. You and Cadmus did a great job. Thank you.
Yes, she looks very lovely.
I'm also very proud of you both for eating without Leopold and I having to tell you to do so.
That was one of the things that we were talking about you need to do better on. Also going to bed on time?
Close enough to it, right?
Yes, Mama Rada. Sabrina like chuckles and rolls her eyes and goes to put her plate away.
Oh, I hope there's food left. I did not eat lunch. Dogs off.
Sabrina will like alter her direction to where she was taking her dirty dishes. Like, let me go see.
All right, so as night falls, how are our nighttime things looking? Processes, bedtime rituals.
Rada's going to take. Well, go first.
Adea is going to go to bed on time. She has a sword to make in the or to keep making.
Whatever.
Ern takes a little bit of time to just write down a few things and just strum on his banjo a little bit before going to bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure my notes from all the stories that I've taken down of the Fallen during the day are in order so that they're all organized and safely stored.
Okay. Easy enough.
Rada, just gonna say that she needs to think on some things, but is also still getting used to things, so she'll probably be a bit longer than usual, and to not ask them to not stay up for her.
Okie All right. So we all go to sleep. And I'd say, wow! Why?
Yeah.
Give me my sock back.
Is everything all right, Jen?
I went to put my foot back behind me and I kicked Albus in the face, so he attacked me. I didn't know he was there. He gotta stop hiding under my chair and under my desks. I'm likely to, I swing my feet around. He knows this. He should know this. Anyway.
I was trying to train you with negative reinforcement to stop swinging your legs around.
Not gonna work. So late. After everyone has gone to bed. Rada.
So,
yeah.
Okay. As a part of why she is taking longer to do her normal things is actually because She is putting her entire inventory into her bag of holding and putting it on Everald. And she's going to say that Everald, you're going to be carrying some of my things for only a short bit.
Okay.
What I need you to do is just head out about 1,000 feet in that direction, and then take a left. I will come and find you.
Okay.
And with that, Rada is going to cast Mislead, which will make her invisible. Will also create an illusionary double of her. She'll leave that double where she has been, as if she is praying. And you will use Step of the Night to get her flying speed. Just fly off.
Okay. Done. Da, 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 da.
I'll say this: Ern does wait for a little while to see if Rada does come to bed.
So after like maybe an hour and a half, maybe almost hour and 45 minutes, still no sign of her.
And Ern gets up and tries to start looking for Rada. By casting locate object on her warhammer.
The Warhammer's in the bag of holding, which is on Everald. But if it's been more than an hour, they probably not there. And may just
Let me check. Okay. You sorry, hang on just a sec.
that's how to is spelled.
Oh yeah. No. You don't get a ping back. It's like your spell can't locate a Warhammer.
Okay. Am I able to see where? Am I able to find where Rada walked?
Yeah, Rada still seems to be there.
Hey, Rada. You gonna come back and go to bed?
Let me just double check this and uh, Is okay. Now the question is, would she think to do this? Because she can see and hear through the illusion if she chooses to. She just becomes blind with her actual self, and she can respond and move the illusion. Like, is this something that she would think about as a possibility? Yeah. Marco, give me a higher low.
Low.
This is a 7. So, so what was it that you said?
Hey Rod, it's getting late. Are you gonna come to bed?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. And, the illusion will stand up and follow Erden.
Alright. What does the illusion look like exactly? Is it you normally, or is it you without your stuff?
Let's see. Oh no, that's Moonbeam.
That's not gonna help.
Yeah. So you become invisible at the same time, and an illusionary double of you appears where you are standing. The double lasts for the duration, but the invisibility ends if you attack or cast a spell. You can use your action to move your illusionary double up to twice your speed, and make it gesture, speak, and behave in whatever way you choose. You can see through its eyes and ears as if you were located where it is on each of your turns as a bonus action. You can switch from using its senses back to to using your senses or back again. While using its senses, you are blind and deafened in regard to your own surroundings.
So presumably either exactly like you or exactly like you when you started it.
I mean,
If you
Rada
have
would be smart enough to know that it would appear as her, as she does normally when she's getting ready for bed.
Okay. Like, as we're walking back, or I'll just look at you, just like, so, where's the rest of your stuff?
Uh,
You seem very bereft of it. I mean, you look ready for bed and all, but like, did you leave it behind, or?
yes, I did. Pardon me. Yeah.
Oh, well, let's go back for it. Does the illusion create footsteps?
It's an illusion. It it can't do that.
Not an illusion with sound.
except for what she can say through it.
Well, so you're very light on your feet, especially with the whole, rain that's been going on rather recently. It took a while to get all that water out of all the dirt for that show. I mean, really, it was impressive to watch.
All right, so presumably that where she was is like at the edge of the wood line, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so this point you would hear some twigs snapping and some cursing in a familiar voice to you. Uh, and out will stumble a familiar sight, uh, that of the previous member of the party that got left on the glass aisle.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. This is very unfortunate. Ooh. And like Ern will look to Rod, it's like, this is embarrassing for you on so many levels. Like you were felt awful about this before.
Is this Marco saying this, or is this Ern saying it in character?
Oh no, this is Erden saying it. He is he is absolutely pointing out how you have technically been near tongue and missed her again.
Alright, so the Talent stumbles out of the clearing and ow. Uh, Well, this is an interesting sight. Rada, what are you doing here?
She isn't.
Uh, okay, and who are you?
Oh, I'm Erden. I'm a current traveling companion of Rada until apparently about, I don't know, an hour ago.
2 hours
Like
at this
looking
point.
very judgmentally. She doesn't know that.
2 hours at this point, and the illusion dissipates.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, so I can tell that you're going through something, but the only thing that I know is that I'm in Britannia. Where
Yep.
specifically am I?
Somewhere on the front with war for like the heart of England or whatever between the Pendragon and
What's England?
yeah. I don't remember everything. That's historically anachronistic. Put it in what you will.
Helmet.
I'll let. Thank you.
So, if I'm on the front, which side am I currently on?
The Pendragon.
Great, it's going to be fine. Heck of a time finding people to interview that I can speak their language with.
Don't worry, you'll figure it out. You're a pretty smart person, as I've understood it.
I am.
Speaking of which, do you have the ability to locate a centaur that's definitely run off?
If I had that ability, we would not have been separated for 10 years.
Oh, that was actually, as I understand it, that was divine intervention. This is just her running off. We have a lot better of a chance now.
As much as I would love to go after her, I am here on request from a coworker, or a series of coworkers.
Ah, okay. Oh, your library history stuff, right?
Yes, you seem to know a lot about me. Despite I don't ever remember meeting you.
Well, I travel with Rada, and she occasionally talks. Also, I think your best bet is the Druids, and they're that way. But also, everyone's gone to bed, so you might want to wait a few hours.
Okay. Now, before you go, try and chase after her. She was not disguised.
Nope.
Is that normal?
Yes. Well, yes. More often than not. We don't generally disguise in this encampment. They're very aware.
Okay.
You'll be a bit more of a surprise though, but they'll get over it.
Well, I would think I'm not from here.
No, you're definitely somewhere else. I don't think I
Neither is
learned
Ron.
where.
Well, good luck to ya.
Thanks. Do I see pig tracks running away from this position?
Ooh, high or low?
High.
You do.
I mentally summon Thunderclap as I start jogging, following this trail.
It will not be long before Thunderclap comes to join you.
Feel like almost like a running mount almost. Just like, all right, Thunderclap, we have not a lot of time. There's a pig, we need to follow it.
You want me to follow a pig?
Oh yes,
Important pig.
it's a warrior pig. It has a very important cargo as well.
Am I getting paid for this?
Well, a little bit, yeah.
A little
Also,
bit.
you'll be able to run around a lot more and it won't be raining. And there's not going to be a cart either.
Okay.
She's like making Faustian bargains with this horse. It's like, yes, please do what I would like you to do.
Okay, you know what's fun is I anticipate that this might be a situation where I have multiple uses of Steps of the Night.
Mm-hmm.
So I could just find Emerald, pick her up, and then fly off again.
I was going to say that you eventually
Yeah.
get to a point where the tracks just seem to stop. Thunderclap's kind of looking around. He's like, yeah, I got nothing, boss.
Locate object again.
No ping.
What kind of night is it? Is it cloudy? Is it starry?
Oh. Let's see.
Burden is determined.
As we expected he would be. As was discussed.
All right, go ahead and roll me a D100.
Okay. That is a 3.
Well, it was nice, but as you're coming up over this hill and the footprints have stopped, there is a thunderstorm on the horizon heading your direction. There's a lot of lightning.
So as I'm looking at this, I'm going to ask myself, would Rada be stupid enough to fly in a thunderstorm? How desperate is she? Where's she even going? That's the real question. Which direction is the storm coming from?
From the west, from the ocean. which means it's probably the closest thing they get to a tropical storm up there, because it's going to be coming up the current. Probably already hit Erie.
Probably.
I mean, if you can see it, definitely.
Yeah, if you can see it, it's definitely hit Harry.
Yeah. Ern will start moving in a southwesterly direction.
Okay.
And I'm going to gamble on this. While he's
Okay.
writing, Ern is going to pray to Cernunnos
Okay.
and ask, and in this paraphrasing, God of the forest, there's a wayward animal that I am trying to find. Though it seems so wayward that it seems to be in the sky itself. Do you have guidance? Can you offer guidance to help me?
All right. I'm gonna need religion.
Find this
My
way.
religion.
Please work.
Please don't.
Please let the god pawn have divine intervention work in his favor.
Come on, dice. It'd be funny to let him fail.
Do I have any modifiers for religion? I have 1. So that makes it an 18.
As you send off this prayer and you're waiting for an answer, you don't exactly get words, but you get this feeling of like calm, like I've got this. You don't need to worry. I'm like, it's somewhere in the distance you hear the baying of a hound dog before it fades off into the thunder, as the thunder has now become come close enough that you can start hearing it.
At this Ern will pull Thunderclap to stop. I just look around. I don't know what I'm going to do to you, Rada. It'll be either the most kindest thing I can do, or I'm going to break your legs. I swear to the gods. Don't even leave a god's damned note. And you had a god's damned illusion to do it. Fine.
Yeah, you were so close with that roll, though. 2 more points.
Yeah, let me just somehow get maximal proficiency with religion real quick. Does anyone know how to do that?
You chose not to get proficiency in religion.
Yeah, that requires wisdom. I am a charisma caster. Talk to a cleric.
Religion's
Honestly,
intelligence.
the fact that you're God Pawn, I don't know if there's anything more you could do to increase that, because you're already the conduit to multiple different deities. Like, There's not much more that you could do to try and maximize that.
A bard's bardic inspiration probably be enough to push it over.
I'm back at camp,
I
not
was gonna
knowing that
say,
Rod is
probably-
gone. And I guarantee you this is not going to be pretty when Brina wakes up.
Or maybe a guidance from a cleric. I forget if that does ability checks.
Yeah, I don't remember. All I know is it was really funny when I gave you the answer. There was that long pause. All I could think of was old YouTube with Pirates of the Caribbean and Will Turner just going, "That's not good enough."
Ern's this close to doing something similar. Like if he had Thunderous Smite, he would have actually thrown the Bright Hearth and tore apart a hill.
Watch the freaking fairy mound.
You know, I'm starting to think that Erden is really good at like making friends with spellcasters and then chasing them off, because this is the second one that's run off in the middle of the night.
He has a very polarizing personality.
Who's the first one?
Emrys.
Thank you. I'm sitting here like I know I'm gonna feel silly once I hear the name, but I'm like, who's this? Oh yeah, Empress.
It was
It was
just like,
Tong,
oh,
no, he didn't chase Tong off. It was like a day. No, he didn't chase a day off. It was like.
to be
Who's that?
fair, he's not friends with Tong. Tong can't stand him because he's a paladin.
That might change with this version of Tong,
Ooh. Bum,
as long
bum,
as he
bum.
doesn't mention the paladin bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm like, currently she does not remember him and does not know he's a paladin. So there's new fresh ground to work on here.
But yeah, as you're standing there and like cursing Rada, Thunderclap just goes, I don't want to go wet.
Yeah, he can bring us back.
Okay. And like probably the nicest thing he's ever done. He'll like swing his head around and like tap your foot. He's like, "I'm sorry."
Can I just pet down his neck, and then as I'm thinking about it, I'll pull out my container of sugar and hold out my hand for it to
Oh
him.
yeah.
It's
Payment.
like a small pouring.
All right, I'll get us back. And he gallops back the direction you guys came from. You get back to camp. It's still pretty quiet. Everybody's still asleep.
Does the galloping of horse hooves rouse any of us? Like in my head, this is a war camp. Like if we've sent somebody out on scouting and somebody comes galloping into camp, a lot of people are going to be waking up. So either
Elren's gonna
he-
like go on the outside because I imagine like the stables aren't like anywhere near anybody.
Okay, and probably slowed down a little bit once you got closer to camp, not to wake anybody up.
Yeah.
Like,
Or to
"Let's
alert the
not
guards.
Yeah, the Thunderbolts and Lightning are gonna do a very good job of that.
Very, very frightening me.
Galileo.
I saw the
Figaro.
I found the coolest video on TikTok yesterday of a flash mob in Paris doing that song. It was beautiful. They were an opera choir. It was very impressive.
Did we just warp back to 2010?
I mean, maybe Europe's behind. I don't know. But it was good. Anyway. So, anything before you go to bed, Erden? Or back to bed?
No, he'll just make a note to himself. Gotta figure out how to make saddles transition across summoning spells.
You were bareback the entire time?
Well, the spell doesn't specify if there's a saddle or not. So, I don't know, GM's discretion?
No. It is a totally trainable steed, but it did not come with equipment.
Yeah. So yeah, you just Yeah, he was kind of like half ready for bed anyway, so he doesn't have to do a whole hell of a lot.
Alright. So, the next morning, we're waking up. It is. Let's see. Dominic, I want you to roll me another D100. Let's see if the weather persisted or if it's changed.
It was stormy just for the event of yes. The weather
Okay.
needed to match the mood.
Well, I mean, sometimes those
Typically.
thunderstorms only last like 45 minutes. They like blow in hard and fast and then they're just gone.
What?
What did he do? 100?
Yep.
He rolled a
Ooh.
100.
Why? Why did you do that? Now I have to do something else. Damn it.
I know how these tables work. There is nothing good that came out of that.
Oh, we have to get a new notebook.
No, I don't want it.
I think that's the only time I've seen a 100 on a D100.
One.
All right, your turn, Mary. Give me another D100.
Rolls a 100, rocks fall, and everyone dies.
It's Ragnarok just started.
34.
34?
Yeah, 34.
Oh no.
How am I supposed to decide that? Okay. Hold on. This is what we're gonna do. What have I got here? uh,
It's a cozy 70 degrees and light winds and snow.
And Rena wakes up crying because she doesn't know what the freak that is.
Should we just summon another wild magic storm?
Well,
But
no,
like way worse? An earthquake?
No, but she's like, why is this back?
Did we just find out that the death of Christ was actually 400 years later than purported?
And I was just actually no, the cloud that came in, all of the gods were like convening, and this was a large discussion table, and all of them fell out of the sky.
Wake up to GodCon in camp again. How do you wake up to GodCon without Rana?
He's still here. Okay. I know.
Yeah, this is all very fascinating, but I think I'm allergic.
All right.
Maybe one will help sort that.
Allergic.
Really, really.
It said that I got to use their magic.
What was that, Jen?
She's doing her frustrated grumbling.
D14 right now.
Wait, what was
A
that?
D14?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
No.
We'll just say that doesn't count. Okay. Arthur, I'm gonna have you roll a D12.
What did we roll?
What do we do?
I'm so excited.
Dominic, you should have taken a picture of that 100.
Do it.
The weather that the D100 that went.
I
3.
did roll them physically, but I think I put them.
What was that?
I do
3.
keep them face up though.
Three?
So.
Yep.
Ah,
2 D100s, a D14, a D12.
excellent. Okay. Let me see how long that's gonna last at that level.
sense a disturbance in the force. Yeah, I can see it too.
I just put in my notes because she hasn't said something yet, but the weather is ... complicated.
Oh no, it's a geomagnetic storm.
How?
I have to remember that anything in like a falsetto range doesn't get caught by the mic, so I just like got super excited and none of it got caught by the mic.
Which is why I had to repeat that you had rolled a D100.
And then you weren't picked up.
Great mic you guys got.
It's on his desk.
It's the camera mic.
All
It
right.
does good with a big room, but
As
not
we're all waking up,
audio.
it is raging storm outside, thunderstorm and everything. Brina, you're not aware of any of this, because you are currently deaf and can't hear anything.
What?
So as far as you're aware, nothing weird is happening outside the tent.
I already have a language barrier in this place, and now I'm deaf.
Well, you see, what happened is that Erden rolled for a thunderstorm, then Dominic rolled for a strange phenomena, and then you rolled for a random person in the storm to become deaf.
And I landed on myself. Okay.
And the level of noise they would be hearing is indicated by how many sparks fly out of the ears. Oh, you've got lots of sparks flying out of your ears. There's lots of noise. You just can't hear it. You just have sparks flying out of your ears. And then Arthur rolled that you were the person who got affected. So there you have it. So as you're all waking up, you're all hearing the raging storm, except for Brina. But those of you who are near her can see just lots of bright sparks flying out of her ears, like a sparkler. She's like a fountain firework.
I have fountain
Roman
fireworks
candle?
coming out here. Great.
Huh?
Roman candle? No.
No, it's like those
No,
fountains,
fountain.
like the fountains that
Actual
you set
spark.
on the ground and they just shoot constant fireworks out.
I
But
know
they're
what you're talking about.
sparklers, yeah.
Or fountain.
They are called fountains. So fountain firework. That's what I.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
like,
Ern-
I'm probably like looking around, and why do I have a feeling that some people are looking at me very strangely? I'm like, wait,
They
what?
are. Leofflin comes over and she's like, "Oh, honey, I don't know if I can fix this."
Why? I can't. I can't hear. Leopold, are you talking?
Uh, mm,
Like
I'm
Ern
sure
takes
they
one
are.
look at this and then
like,
just
crying
turns
in
over.
you. She's like, "Do you speak sign language?"
I barely speak your language.
She's just like,
Where's Rhoda? Rhoda can fix this, right?
she just like takes your hand and she's like, "Just follow me, come on."
Do I feel the sparks at all? Like, can I feel
Oh yeah,
them?
you can see them. Like it's not hard to not see the sparks flying around your head.
Why are there lights?
I suspect the day I woke up earlier, like maybe when this started, and was like, well, that's fascinating.
Off to make your sword.
Just like,
I'm pretty sure she's not supposed to do that. I kind of wonder if you could use that, but also I think that's too volatile to want to deal with. Let her sleep in peace a little while longer.
There's a part of me that actually
now you're like seeing her being walked off, just like you can hear Leofflin. She's going, "Has anyone seen Will? I need."
Where's Rhoda? You might have an idea.
But did Dana know enough about what was going on to realize it might not be a good idea to go outside?
I mean, you can hear the thunderstorm, so
She might be distracted. You know what? I want you to give me a perception, Idea. Are you too distracted to notice what's going on outside?
Clearly it's storming, but the question of is it mundane is definitely a question at this point.
Yeah, like, is all the noise I'm hearing because it's actually raining really hard and doing stuff outside, or is it just because of the material that we're under?
I rolled a 12. That's with a +8 to perception.
Yeah, you step outside and just get drenched. Like the first couple steps you're out there and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm not gonna have my hood up over my head because I have sparks coming out of my ears, but I'm going to be a very drowned little rat.
She's not going outside. Like you're like
Oh,
in that group
oh,
tent.
the
So
tent.
she's like,
Okay.
yeah, she's like looking around through some of the other druids, like trying to find Will, because he's
Yeah.
like the strong one that they have here, but she
The closest thing to the Merlin that we got.
can't. How's your morning, Erden?
he sees what's going on with Brina and just turns over and just faces away. It's like apparently she's deaf. Great, I don't have to fake snoring.
You
He
also
just
probably
continues to
clearly
lay
asked
there.
for Rada and just don't want to talk about it.
Oh. Ha! She finds Will. He's like working on something. He finally looks up. He's like, what is going on? I don't know. She can't hear and she's got sparks flying out of her ears.
Oh.
Never occurred to you that maybe that's why she can't hear? Set her down. Let me see what I can figure out. And he,
Me?
huh?
He wasn't carrying me. I'm not a child.
Well, no, like he's saying, set her down, like have her sit.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'll figure out that they want me to
And
sit
he
down.
starts kind of like messing with your ears, and like you can feel like the thrum of magic coming from his fingertips. You can't hear what he says, but he looks at Leopold and he goes, I think it's wild magic. I think it came from the storm. I think it's going to wear off very soon. But if it doesn't, this could be a problem. And I will say, right as he says problem, the sparks stop and you can hear. It's like being hit with surround sound.
So,
Yeah, I told you. It's gonna wear off. It's just fine. Don't go outside. Wild magic. You're fine.
again.
Again.
Well, back when we had Rada had a hammer freeze to her hand.
Interesting. She must have gotten it off because I've never seen one stuck to her hand.
No, she did finally manage to get it off, but it took a long while. Thank you for helping, Will.
You're welcome. I didn't do much.
Brina like turn around and like hug Leoflid. Thanks, Leoflid.
Sorry. Wasn't not my area of expertise.
I like the idea of using your hands to talk. I just have no trouble talking with you guys in the first place.
Well, I can teach you one. Thank you.
Thank you. I like that. That's fun.
I suspect that after Adea walked out, she was like, well, I'm already wet, but I think I'm just wet. And Cadmus and I were going to do something, so.
You'll
It
dry
was
off
not-
on the forge.
The forge is great for drying off.
Shrugs and goes to work.
She's also probably considering whether the tent is really safer than, the forge, which is probably actually somewhat structural. She does pick up some stones on the way, though.
I was gonna say, I will say there are definitely new streams flowing through camp. It has rained a lot, and the ground cannot soak it all up.
Yeah. And I can't destroy any of it anymore, which might be for the best.
I will say you do make it eventually to the forge. You are drenched. Cadmus is not there.
I kind of wonder.
You've definitely got squelching in your boots. Like they're
Yeah,
full of water.
I don't go very far in, just enough to get out of the storm. I don't want to track all that in.
That's
She'll
fair.
wait for a little bit, and if he doesn't show up, she'll head back. She can't get any more wet.
This is my home now.
How long is a little bit?
Let's say 45 minutes.
Okay. In that case, while you are waiting and probably, thumbing around with some of the stuff in there to prep in case he does show, we'll go back. We'll go to Tong. Tong, it is sopping wet outside.
Yep. So she would have had a tiny hut set up during the night, but it's like the dome can only last for so long. She'll wild shape into a fox first, go out to look for. She would have done it near where Erden said. So, is the druid area just like a giant communal tent?
Yes, and you can feel the magic coming off of it. They've definitely fortified it to protect it from the elements.
All right, so she wild shapes into her foxy form, mutters something to herself, and then just like dashes like into the tent.
Okay.
Probably still sopping wet. So as soon as she gets in, she like looks around, make sure that she's not near anyone, and then shakes herself off.
Excellent. There are a lot of people in here, a lot of druids mostly. When you come in, the first thing you see is there is a small person with lots of sparks flying out of her ears and being led around as somebody's shouting, "Has anyone seen Will?"
All right, so would this be Arcana, or could I hypothetically use knowledge ley lines?
I will allow either.
All right, knowledge ley lines is technically better. 19.
Yeah, you're like watching this and just the way that the storm has felt and everything. Part of the electrical currents of this storm have definitely interacted with a nearby ley line and are making things kind of whack. Casting smells right now may not necessarily be the best thing.
It is for the baddest of the day I cannot try and destroy any of this water.
Tidal wave goes through camp.
Whoops.
All right, so presumably
We have
this,
accidentally ended the King Arthur's potential reign by accidentally bringing a tsunami through the
Through death.
British Isles.
all right, so presumably that this small person with sparks flying out of their eyes, they don't look local.
No, she's definitely Fae.
Now, there were Minehune at the Library of Alexandria. Would I recognize the type of person?
Yes.
So, what in the...
You are really far from home. Right around then, the sparks stop. And suddenly she's...
And then I can at least hear the face side of the conversation.
Yeah.
Because as a fox, she should have a higher passive. Yep, she has keen hearing. Advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing.
Nice.
So that effectively means she has a passive perception of 21 in this form.
Oh yeah.
But she would definitely hear me talking about the last wild magic storm that we were in, where Rada got the hammer fruit fused to her hand.
Hmm. So she is just going to be cautious this entire time, just going to like walk up and eye all the way, just be like trying to get a better, I guess, view of what's going on.
I'm assuming you don't want to be seen.
No.
Stealth it. Stealth it now.
Well, good
Ow.
thing she's a fox, because apparently that gives her proficiency in stealth, which she normally doesn't have.
Nice.
So she is probably going to be seen. That's a 13.
Um.
I have it as 11.
Yeah, I was gonna say not by Brina. Leoflin, on the other hand, stops. Like you're like still talking to her, but she stops and she's like, "My gosh, it's so wet outside. That poor little fox had to come in."
Hearing her say that, she like looks at her and like backs off just like a step, like.
No, it's okay, baby. Come here. I'll try you up.
Baby, you don't know that their name is. What's your name?
Yeah, kind of surprised that they haven't noticed the fact that she has 4 tails yet.
Well, she's backing up. There's lots of things to drape around. She's also got a passive of 11, and since you got a 13, like you're probably she's not gonna see everything.
All right, so
coming out my ears and panic over the fact that I couldn't hear anybody.
all right, so Brina kind of like stopped Leoflin and say like, "What's your name?"
Uh-huh.
Well, Leoflin started calling the fox baby. I'm like, you don't know if that's its name. Don't do pet names unless you know it's okay.
Then out loud in a voice that would be familiar to Brina because she heard it within the past few weeks. And he's like, "My name is Tong Yao Wen."
Oh,
You're back.
I'm back.
You know this fox?
Yeah, this is Tong, right, friend. What it is at the moment. I hope she's not outside, but yeah, we last saw her on the glass aisle. When I went after Idea.
What are you talking about? I've never been to the glass aisle.
Oh,
Oh.
what year is it for you?
What's the current year?
Oh, why it's it
It's
is
430 something.
Yeah, hold on.
I thought it was like
I have it written down somewhere because I had to remember
433 or 434, I think. At least that's what I have based on
somewhere in there because because Kador is 2 and he has a baby sister now.
And this is BC, right? AD?
AD.
Thank you. As soon as I said BC, I'm like, nope.
So whoa, no.
No, thank you.
My thing is that I feel like okay, wait, and it was never mind. This is me thinking out loud as a player.
Oh my goodness, where did I write it down?
Well, we can go with what Erden is kind of written down
Yeah.
for right now until you find it.
Yeah. Oh,
I
Or-
actually have notes from when we started the campaign,
the
which
last
we've
Emerald.
gone several years forward since then. Which
So I have
actually means that I know
429
when
written down.
Adea's birthday is.
Sorry, what was it?
I have 429 written down.
429. Okay.
But that was like before our glass isle, so we very well could have skipped up a few years.
Well, because
It-
we
Yeah,
did
we
skip because when
moved
came
another
back-
4 years.
Yeah, because when
Okay,
we came
29.
back to camp,
So 33 then, yeah, 433.
I was gonna say, all I know is that this is actually from bank accounts, I believe.
oh yeah,
Um,
so
so
we had to figure out the birthday.
it was 425 when we did bank accounts.
Oh, and you guys haven't had long conversations. You don't. Okay. Never mind. Anyway, continue.
Insert the conversion from 80 to the Roman calendar, which actually I can look that up. 433.
Our commitment to the bit.
Well, if we're gonna do a historical fiction, I should get the dates right.
All right.
Yeah. But also remember when we when we jump
Alright.
around.
So
Yeah.
she'll say 1186. Ab urbe condita, from the founding of the city.
Of Rome.
Does
Okay.
anyone in that little group know Latin?
Adea or Rada would know.
And Prince Urian do. I have notes that they were discussing the training in Latin from last session.
Amor is knowledgeable in Latin.
So
Yes.
Amor and Prince Urian know Latin.
It is
Are
true.
either of them here?
I don't know that.
I think we're in the druid tent, so it might not be super likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Leofilid, Will, Brina, and
I-
Tong at this point.
Oh,
So
apparently, for some reason, Amor is, but Urian is not. Let's see. Oh. And apparently Gorlois is. So maybe you guys spent the night because it started raining and you were all like, nah.
this place is the second most
Right.
structurally sound thing in the entire location, in the entire
Amor's like,
10
we
mile
gotta
radius.
live with this. Gorlos is like, actually, we don't. He's like, really?
Like, you know what? You can drown if you want. I got 3 kids at home. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
3 kids and I'm a druid.
Okay, so my one quick question for you, Arthur. That date, are you trying to match the date that it actually is for us right now? So that the time is not
I looked it up. So assuming that it is 433 AD, then that
Mhm.
is the year conversion.
okay. The reason I ask that is because I'm asking what date it is for Tong, because I'm wondering if there's been a time skip in her
Yes.
timeline where she doesn't know us. And so the fact that that's the same year, I'm kind of confused as to why it's the same year.
It's the same year as this year. The previous tongue would have given an answer in the future, which
Right.
really freaked Tiberius out.
Right. Okay. Thank you. When we first met Tong, she was after the fall of Rome. Okay. Thank you. I'm still gonna look at you very confused because I don't know what that means.
4-dimensional thinking is very difficult.
It's also probably a higher number than Brandon knows.
Yes, under what circumstances would you have the
I don't
number
know about
1000?
No, I think he means like Latin number, because your numbering system would be different.
Right.
So you've heard several numbers spoken in Latin, but probably not that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
oh, that was a big
I-
number.
I don't know what that means.
Amor picks up on this because the rest of us can probably can hear that, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and she is speaking out loud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to Brina, and Amor probably recognizes it's Latin, and the answer was to Brina, and comes over quickly to translate, like the good old days.
I
And he
got this.
translates the year to the Anno Domini year, right?
Oh, okay. So that's the same year. Huh. I was wondering if maybe you didn't remember us because there was a time skip, but
Wait,
said
so
something-
wait, we've met before?
yes, you traveled with us for a while. You taught me a spell even. And how to send mail.
And here I thought those people were trying to mess with me.
Who was trying to mess with you?
Family. Yeah, they kept. I received a very strongly worded sending about me messing with necromancy.
You weren't messing with it. It was just happening nearby. And we weren't messing with it either. We were having to try and correct it. That was on the glass vial.
We weren't messing with it, except Adea and Tooth a little bit.
Intentionally, though. But you were trying to dispel it, and it backfired. But
And then Tooth took the wild magic crystal that I tossed out that absorbed all the necromancy energy.
yeah, that now lets him read minds, which I immediately tried to quash as far as my stories go.
Kind of strongly worded letter, and I wasn't sure what I did wrong.
Yes, several, in fact.
What? I've been at work.
I've been on sabbatical.
I'm glad that you don't remember us, but I'm glad to see you again. I'm Brina, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
You have 4 tails.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'm used to goats with 6 legs, but not foxes with 4 tails.
I'm trying to remember if Tom and Amber, if they've met, it was only briefly, right?
You would have met her in the meetings before we went to Londinium,
Yeah.
but it's very brief.
But it's also been several years.
Yeah.
So, while for the party, it's only been like a month, maybe a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
For everyone else, it's been
At
3
least 4
years.
years.
Days,
Yeah, 3 to 4 years. Well, and
and a
that's
week.
because that's my thing. Is like Leopold's met Tong before, but I don't know if Leopold's seen her in her fox form.
She definitely held Tong in her fox form before.
Oh, yeah, Leopold well.
Because after burning the Saxon camp, she's like, "Oh, poor baby."
Yeah, because every fox to Leopold is baby.
Oh,
Leopold, you've met Tom before. He had 4 tails then too.
Guess I just never noticed. But you do look familiar.
She'd probably look more familiar if she wasn't in her fox form, but that will be at her discretion of whether or not she wants to change. So I'm pretty sure Rada would love to say hello. Like Brina's just like looking around the tent. Where is Rada?
Well, she's hard to miss. I'm guessing she's not in the tent. Did she come in last night?
I went to bed before she did, but I know she was praying. She's changing gods and has a lot on her mind recently, but she seemed pretty cheery at the fashion show. Confused and embarrassed, but still herself.
I don't know.
Would
I don't.
Emmer have noticed any of the commotion during the night?
His passive perception?
His passive is not as good as Adea's. 15.
I'd say that was probably enough to know that Ring came in late last night, but he came in by himself and just kind of flopped down on his spot.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think if that's anything that Amor feels like he needs to mention.
Well, I will have to come out of this form eventually, but I was told that the Fae are not disguised here, and that appears to be the case.
Yeah, you're good.
Except for one of them, but yep.
Trepidatiously, she ends her wild shape.
I know you. But I guess you don't know me, so I'm not going to make this any weirder than it already is. I'm Leoflin. I'm the head healer.
I'm Tong Yalwen, scholar from the Library of Alexandria.
We tried to find you there. You were gone. We have lots of great books though.
It was gone. I was told it was gone.
Oh,
Nah, I got moved to the other world.
So that is a fascinating story.
really awfully.
Well, also just the idea. Oh yeah, it just happened to move.
It just moved.
Or
We
we just
changed
moved it.
locations. Check us out at our new location.
Nah, I don't think anyone here would notice anything different with Tong. So, at least, not anyone yet. We'll see if a day ever comes back.
Well, I think we were just about to start trying to make what food we could in here since it's like flooding outside. You're welcome to join.
I don't want to go back out.
I
So,
don't blame you.
I didn't realize we were in a group tent. I wonder how many people looked at Adea like she was freaking crazy when she left.
Here I had sparks layers.
A bunch of whoever was near the doorway was like, "Where?" They maybe even spoke to you. They're like, "Where you go?" Okay, she's gone. Cool. Never gonna see her again. I will say after that 45 minutes, Idea, it's clear he's not coming back.
Oh, but then the dad's like, I'll see him soon enough. Um, During that time, let me see how long this takes. Um, Real quick. Yeah, during that time, she would have been working on an infusion. She picked up a couple of stones, for sending stones.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
We need
Like it.
those.
Let me make sure she can do that where we're at. I might have to do that a little later.
If nothing else, she can be prepping them for the infusion.
They're going to happen. The question is, do I have to wait? Feel free to go on while I answer that question.
I was gonna say, once breakfast has been like prepared and people are starting to eat, you still gonna be just lying there, Erden, or are you gonna get up?
No, he'll probably still be lying there.
I will say you don't need a high passive for this. People in the tent. Erden has not gotten up. He has not been mingling with anyone. He's just been kind of in his spot.
Emmer kind of just passingly, without even like looking up from his food, is like, he was out late last night.
Who?
I think I'll probably get up a little bit and kind of walk over to him. It's like, hey, do you want me to bring you something over here?
Sure.
The half elf over there.
I think
They-
that's directed at Amroy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Name's Amber.
Yes, Emmeror. Emmeror Ramirez, at your service.
Pleasure. No, you're saying that the half elf was out up late last night, correct?
Erden? Yeah.
Yeah, he went off into the woods.
Into the woods.
Into the woods and out the woods and home before it's dark.
Yes, I witnessed his return. I don't know why he left, but
Eyewitness his departure.
If you look back at any point, like you'll see Ern has like sat up, but you'll see like he took out his candle bag and he kind of just pushing them together, so they softly clink and they letting them roll away and clink back together again.
Turn back because I'm like grabbing food and just kind of like watching him because of the conversation that's going on. It's like, Erden, you okay?
I'll live. I just need to think.
Karina puts a couple extra things onto the plate and brings it over. I can sit by you if you'd like, or I can leave you be. I don't know what'll be most helpful.
I think the sending stones are properly made. I'm still checking, but I'm not
Okay.
seeing anything that says that.
Just soft clinking and it's just like whatever.
Ooh. Very unlike him.
Careful, Erden. You might become a oathbreaker again. I mean, you didn't
Again.
become one the first time, but you were close.
No.
Like Brandon's like
They'll show up eventually.
like Brandon sat down next to him, but like at him saying like whatever, she's like kind of cringing away. It's like, that's not Erden that I know. Okay, we have Tom back and she doesn't remember us. Rada, I don't know where she is, and Erden's not okay. I'm
This storm is really something.
yeah, I'm just like I like look at Amber and Leopold and I'm like, this is They pointed at Aaron.
Weird. All right, so
Mhm.
sending stones are made. Are you?
Yeah, I made them while I was waiting for Katniss.
Excellent.
Then return to the tent. Um, Emerald looks at Tong and says, "You saw him depart. Any reason?" He's not looking
He
after you.
was chasing after Rada, I presume.
Facing God. Why?
Well,
Where'd she go?
I don't know. He said something about you should feel bad now because you just missed her again. It wasn't directed at me. It was directed at Rada, but that was apparently an illusionary Rada.
And
Hmm.
I would recognize the gravity of what Airden had told the illusion, wouldn't I? It's like, Airden, where's Rada?
He doesn't immediately respond.
Airden, where is Rada?
He just points to the opening of the tent.
It'll take a second, but Brina just scrambles up and she goes to the front of the tent and just kind of stares out the opening into the rain.
Say probably about this time is when you start to see Adea coming back. But looking pretty proud of herself.
Did you see Rada?
Oh. No, I've seen just about nobody in this dreadful rain. Katniss included. I have to remedy that later. I can't say that I blame them or him. It's frankly, I probably would not have left if I had realized before I left the tent. Once I was wet, there was no going back.
Brina's like she's not really listening to you. My apologies. As a player, my apologies, but like you answered her question about Rada that you hadn't seen her, and it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, Brina just kind of yells out the door into the rain, yelling for Rada.
Urians is not too far away, and he hears you, and he hears how distraught you sound. So he comes over, and he's just like, "Is everything all right?"
I can't find Rada. And Airden just pointed to the opening of the tent when you said where she was.
I see. Rara's the Centaur, yes? I have idea. Let's go talk to Gorlois. He can reach out to her. Them winged druids, they do funky things.
He's in
We can-
here.
I know, he's right over there. We go talk to him now.
So
Edward's very pensive. He's like trying to figure out why Rada would leave. Dave's a
Like-
little stunned that she's gone, but it's also like it really hasn't struck her super strong.
so
Yeah. Well, and I
eh,
think for Anwar, because he's like, Rada's the responsible one. She doesn't just like leave,
Right?
like without
It's
a really
very
good
far.
reason.
There's probably nothing to track at this point.
so I think that it would be about this time that as she's like taking a bite, she gets that ding ding ding, and it's like, what the hell's?
Yeah, you're right. She would.
Okay. I'll tell them, but you're gonna need to. Wait, sounds like you're gonna need to tell me more. Sending should not do that. Uh, so Tom will then like point towards Brina. Your name was Brina, correct? Rada says she is sorry, but she had her reasons. She closes her eyes and shakes her head again. She gets another sending.
I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard at this. Oh my god.
Said she left because she didn't want Erden to make contradictory promises, and knew he would go after her.
Brenda's like already started crying, and now she's just dissolving into a puddle of tears.
Urian's is like, oh, she's so small. It's okay. And he's like patting her on the head, like, I don't know what. I'm not a parent. I am a young adult with no siblings. I don't know what to do. Leofflin, on the other hand, who is still there, being a healer, is used to comforting it, so she will actually just pull her into a hug, like it's gonna be okay. And because it's gonna be when she comes back, we can give her a hell of a talking to.
I can understand reasons, but not leaving without letting me say goodbye.
I said the same thing to Emrys. 2 peas in a pod, then. And because of how late it is, I think that's what we'll call it. Erden's angry, Brina's sad, Tong is frustrated.
I will say. I will
Yes,
say that. I will say that Tong does like sees the day coming, considers using prestidigitation to dry off the clothes, but is like, no, wild magic store.
No, not risking
And
that. I might set her on fire.
but whenever Idea notices, she notices that Tong looks mostly the same as she would remember, except that she's wearing 2 rings on her ring fingers. Says silver does not tarnish in the other world, correct?
No, it does not.
And I think they're whatever metal or precious metal that does not tarnish in the other world.
Yep, it'll be silver.
Yeah, they'd probably notice eventually, but I don't think Adea's noticed the Tong's here yet.
No, just for whenever she does notice.
Yes. Adea's still on like, Rada's gone and I can't find Cadmus. It's a weird morning. It is very wet outside, which wouldn't be weird if it was less, like, the rain wouldn't be weird, but it's really raining. And the sparks thing, I don't get that, but that looks resolved.
All right.
I think at the back of Brina's mind, like way back beyond pain of Rada leaving without her being able to say goodbye would be a flare of annoyance at Urian saying, like, I'm not a parent. It's like,
I don't think it's him saying anything. It's more like the awkward.
oh, the mannerism. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
if he said it out loud, which doesn't really sound the character for him, so that's a very good point. Thanks, Arthur.
For who to say what out loud?
Oh, Urian saying, I'm not a parent.
Yeah. He's just got that awkward, yeah. Like,
I don't know what to do.